Warning. Gory Storytime is a horror movie review show by a son and his dad who thought that letting his 5-year-old watch scary movies was acceptable. If you are offended by horror or talk about blood and gore by a child, or if you don't want horror movies from the 60s through today spoiled, then there is a remote stuck in your couch cushion next to potato chip crumbs. Use it. And of course, parental discretion is advised.
Why? You didn't use any.
Shut up and start the show.
Welcome to Gory Storytime. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm his co-host and his father, Craig, and...
We're going to join the rest of the internet right now, and we're going to review a movie that technically came out last year, but nobody was talking about it until this year.
No, they're talking about it over Christmas.
I didn't hear about it until...
Anyway, that's when I first heard about it. But
Okay.
Bird Box.
The Happening.
And people might wonder, because I was actually asked this right before we did the show, is it really a horror movie? And I would say yes, in the same genre of any post-apocalyptic.
Right, like any of those zombie movies.
Or Omega Man.
Which
was redone
I Am
as
Legend.
what? Oh, horror movie! If you can agree this is less scary than anything that happens in that, so
That is not true.
This is more scary?
Neither of them are really scary to me.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right, so for those of you who have been living under a rock on Mars with your fingers in your ears going like this, la 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 la, here's the trailer.
Yeah, basically.
It's story time. When I was young, we had a boat. And every single summer, we'd take it to the lake. And there was love. And there was family. It was a wonderful time.
We were just driving. Oh my God. And then she saw something. What is wrong with you? Please stop it! Stop it!
This ain't no virus or a chemical attack. It is real evil. If you see it, that takes on the form of your worst fears.
Every contact we have had with the outside has brought us death.
No one's coming for us.
Is anyone there?
Hello?
We have a place. It's safe here. The fastest way to get here is by the river.
The birds will warn you whenever those things are around.
We are going on the trip. Never take off your blindfold. We will make it.
You take this and you go.
I'm not leaving you. Please don't take my children. Open your eyes. No! Open your eyes. Please don't take my children!
Do you hear that? The creatures.
Why? Stop?
No, the girl in the trailer did it.
Oh, I missed that. Anyway.
She did it in the movie, too. So
Yeah, that's the basic idea of what Bird Box is. But before we get into the behind-the-scenes stuff, we have to give a shout-out to our real sponsors. These actually exist, and you can purchase them? Question mark in my tone? This week, Gory Storytime is brought to you by the new card game, Who Gets to Die? Who Gets to Die is a game that's fun for the whole family. One player picks out a scenario card and reads it to the group. Then each player decides who in the group must be sacrificed for the common good. Find out who Mom really loves most with Who Gets to Die.
Good. And by Apocalypse Club. Apocalypse Club is the store for all your bulk apocalypse needs. We have everything you need to survive many end time scenarios. Zombies, aliens, left behind when all your Christian friends are raptured, trees come to life and make you kill yourself through mind control. Whatever the cause, Apocalypse Club has you covered. Weapons, food, 2x4s, hammers, and nails to block others from your shelter. It's all available at Apocalypse Club, where we say you're not just a wacky conspiracy nut, you're family.
All right, now let's get to the, as you like to say because you're a dumbass,
Meat and beef of the show. So I go first.
He meant to say, in case people have watched the last couple or the last year and wonder why does he say that, he meant to say meat and potatoes, and he said meat and beef, and he thought it was funny, so now he's run it into the ground.
And it's just gonna keep going.
Yes.
Until I forget one day.
But anyway.
John Malkovich would talk to the birds on set, and the cast said he had a bizarre connection with them. He would be able to tell them to move their feet, and they would.
Well, maybe he was just a hype man or something, you know? It's like, come on, move your feet. No.
No.
Maybe beatboxing and stuff.
No, too old.
Sandra Bullock personally asked Sarah Paulson to play her sister in the film.
How long did that last? 10 minutes?
Until her scene was over.
Right.
Scenes. There was a couple. Anyway.
Okay. Sandra Bullock ran into the camera a couple of times when she was blindfolded. Well, I think that'll happen when you're blindfolded. You walk into things.
I bet the kids did too, but they're not going to talk about that because that's sad.
Right. Okay.
Excuse me. Why didn't they just call this The Blind Side 2? Anyway.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock said she was blindfolded for about 50% of the shooting schedule.
Okay. This movie is based on the 2014 novel Bird Box by John Mallerman.
Author John Mallerman wrote a rough draft of this prior to the release of M. Night Shyamalan's film The Happening and the film The Road. The reason they bring that up is it's an apocalyptic film that your sister loved, and when I tried to watch it, it was so boring.
My sister?
My sister.
You said your sister.
Well, I meant mine. It was your Aunt Jessica. That's what.
Oh, okay.
I misspoke. It does happen once in a while.
Okay.
Beef.
Hey. When the film was first being developed, Sandra Bullock and director Suzanne Bier both originally passed on the project.
This was the second collaboration between Sandra Bullock and Sarah Paulson following Ocean's 8, which I haven't seen.
Yeah, that's the last year one with all the girls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see any of them, but okay.
I saw the first two probably, but
I wanted to. According to an article by Helen Bushby, director Suzanne Bier suffered sleepless nights after Sandra Bullock refused to cut holes in the blindfold she wore for the horror thriller film.
Because they could have made it so she could really see and have it still look.
Right.
And she refused, and it bothered the director. Yeah. Charlie mentions that the situation they're in is not like some kids running around in a maze. This is a nod to the Maze Runner series, in which Rosa Salazar, Lucy, appears.
I thought I recognized her. It was from the Rose Manor.
The Rose Manor? The Maze Runner?
That's what I said.
Come on.
This marked the fifth time actress Parminda Nagra played the role of a medical doctor following ER from 2003 to 2009, Alcatraz in 2012, and Fortitude from 2015 through and 5 feet apart in 2019.
Yeah, she's an Indian lady, and by that I mean like from India.
Right.
And she's playing a doctor.
Yeah.
10 years from now, people are going to go, wait a minute. Just kind of, the same reason Apu is catching flack on The Simpsons for running a convenience store. They're going to have the same problem with Pakistani doctors and such.
That's going to be dumb.
Yeah, but they're going to.
Oh, it's true, but it's still dumb.
Anyway, the film immediately sparked a Bird Box challenge where people, often children, would have to cross a distance while blindfolded, indoors and outdoors. When videos started to appear on social media of people bumping into things and hurting themselves, Netflix issued a statement to discourage viewers from taking the challenge. Here's what I say. Any challenge that's out there that you feel like, hey, I want to do this, especially the ones that can kill you, let's thin the herd some. Do what you got to do, people.
It's kind of what I've been saying. That's kind of what I've been saying. If you want to eat a Tide Pod, go eat a Tide Pod. If you want to pull a gun on your friend while he pulls a gun on you and you get shot, okay?
Yeah.
Do whatever it takes. We need a lot less stupid people, and people doing these are stupid.
Settle down, Thanos.
Where am I? Way down here. The setting in Northern California, as several NorCal cities are mentioned, Sausalito, Santa Rosa, Sacramento, and Stockton, and the river that Mallory and the children traverse is the Smith River in
that's where the problem
Del Norte, County, near the California-Oregon border. However, according to the San Francisco Chronicle, the house where the survivors take shelter is in Monrovia, near Los Angeles, and most of the non-forest river scenes were shot in LA as well.
We're going to have to flip these now because I didn't realize that's where the...
See?
Okay, anyway. The opening scene with Sandra Bullock and Sarah Paulson shows them calling each other Dum Dum. The song playing in the scene was Coming Down by Dum Dum Girls.
Sarah Paulson and B.D. Wong have previously starred together in American Horror Story Apocalypse in 2018. Danielle MacDonald also appeared in an episode of American Horror Story's 6th season, and Rosa Salazar, Lucy, appeared in 4 episodes of the show's 1st season as one of the murdered nurses trapped in the house.
Possible nod to The Road. The children's names are Boy and Girl. The 2 main characters in The Road are Man and Boy.
When did The Road come out?
Again, it said his rough draft was done when that movie came out.
Okay. This is not Pruitt. This is not Pruitt Taylor Vince's first appearance in a post-apocalyptic film. He previously played Otis on The Walking Dead in 2010. Interestingly enough, his character's name in this film is Rick, which is the name of the main character in The Walking Dead, Rick Grimes.
Yes. In a December 21st, 2018 interview with Bloody Disgusting, it mentioned that producers wanted the creatures to appear at some point. They even designed a creature and shot a scene with one. However, it made the scene funny, and for this it was discarded. Sandra Bullock described the creature saying it was a green man with a horrific baby face.
Well, yeah, she said it was green because it was probably green screen.
Anyway.
Whatever. At first, the title seems to refer to the shoebox where the children keep their birds as an early warning system for when the creatures are near. However, the title may also refer to the building at the end where Mallory and the children take refuge, since it has an enclosed courtyard filled with birds.
Yeah, that was written poorly. Since it has an enclosed courtyard filled with birds, that would have worked. It's unknown what happened to Lucy and Felix after they drove away from the house. It's assumed that they died along with others. I'm assuming, honestly, Felix was so ashamed from the diss from Eminem that he just died.
Yeah.
By the way, that was Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, was it? I couldn't tell. His beard was weird.
Anyway, so what was your favorite scene in this movie?
Well, I'd have to go with basically everything with John Malkovich because
His character?
his character was absolutely amazing. Whether or not he was being an a-hole or he was the one that you could agree with, everything he said was awesome.
Okay.
Like, even if it was incoherent and it made no sense,
Yeah,
it still made me happy.
there was a line that we went back 4 times, couldn't figure it out, and had to put on the subtitles. And then when
Even
we
then-
saw what it was, we're like, yeah, that makes sense that that's what he said, but it doesn't make sense that he would say it.
Right.
Yeah. What was my favorite part? I guess my favorite part was probably when the I don't know, man. Like, I really liked it in general, but I would say my favorite part was, well, just because it was the most action that, like, she was involved with when she was attacked on the boat.
Oh, by the hillbilly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just because there was other action and other bad people trying to do things,
And she
but
had to
it
try
involved the
fighting
main
while
character.
blindfolded.
Yeah. And
Because she missed a couple kicks, so
Yeah.
like, I like
better
that.
than the
I get
scene
that.
where the blindfolded guy shot like 5 people in a row and like dead hits, and you go, that's likely.
Right.
What was your least favorite part?
There were a couple things that I really didn't like
So,
about this movie.
Pick one.
I'm gonna have to go with the twist ending was really, really stupid. Because the twist was, oh, they were all blind, so they could just
At the place
be
that they
there.
went to, yeah. And dun dun dun. I don't know.
Okay, be blind then. I don't care.
My least favorite part was, in general, with her character, but specific towards the end. They made it so that you did not like Sandra Bullock's character quite a few times. You end up liking it overall, but in general, like when it came down to deciding which child would have to die, and I won't get into why, even though you spoiled the ending for the 3 people that might watch this that haven't seen it, or the 3 people that might watch this, period.
Right.
And
Right.
that includes us.
As if.
I mean, Colin doesn't watch. He's out there looking at us live, and he's...
He only listens for when we start and we stop.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
I mean, I wouldn't watch either.
You don't.
Right.
Anyway, so when she has to make the choice about basically risking one of the children...
She seems to make the choice way too easily.
Yeah, like...
Instead of like, oh no, my children, I feel so bad.
Yeah, there were...
She's like, I'm
She
just gonna
definitely-
kill one of
she
you.
definitely preferred one child over the other, and it was pretty messed up. I won't get into how that works out, but I was not thrilled. So,
Yeah.
What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd have to say I'd give it an 8, because I think I gave The Happening a 7, and I'm gonna have to go with this being better because The Happening told you it was the trees, and this doesn't tell you anything, and I think that's better.
Green Baby, hello, did you not hear this?
Yeah, they cut it because it was stupid.
I'm gonna go a little lower. I'm probably gonna go 6.5.
Really?
I mean, which is a positive out of 10 if you think about it. But it's nothing that I'm gonna look back in a couple years and go, oh, I remember that movie. Let's watch that again. It's just, I'm good. I saw it the once. Like, if there's no rewatchability for me, then
And I mean, I'll watch it again.
I wanted to
liked
watch.
it. Bandersnatch.
Yeah,
That just came out, and that's supposed to be eerie and
but my
thriller.
yeah, it's Black Mirror, so it's sci-fi-ish more than anything. But anyway, the ratings according to
Rotten Tomatoes, because everybody there is paid,
no, the people have it at 97%,
and the critics have it at a whopping 91%. I cannot believe those ratings.
yeah,
Like 80%.
they spent very little
and
money.
8 is high for me.
They spent very little money and ended up spending most of it on Sandra Bullock. Like
The special effects weren't that great.
They weren't really there except for that, like the cars crashing and stuff.
Yeah,
at
for
the
the first like 10 minutes, there's some explosions and stuff.
But yeah, you could do that on your freaking phone with an app.
Yeah.
You really can.
Oh, I know.
So anyway, let's give out our info.
That would be there. Fact TV. You can watch our show, Fact TV Channel 8. Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. and Fridays at 7 p.m.
You can email us at gorystorytime@yahoo.com. Send us questions or comments about the show. You can, send us ideas for movies to watch. So,
yeah. You can like us on Facebook because he's supposed to post memes.
I do sometimes.
Yeah. You can like Fact TV on Facebook, but you probably already have if this is live.
Yeah, if you're watching this live stream, then
you can go to factdate.com and watch a bunch of back episodes of this show and many other shows that they do on the station.
And you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Craig Jakes, all one word, all lowercase.
And I'm at Jason T. Jakes, capital J, capital T, capital J. We do not post about the show. I have become a little more active, and you will be offended, I hope. Follow us, though.
That seems to be it, right?
Like it. So until next time, don't do the Bird Box Challenge, unless, of course, you're stupid.
Well, if you're willing to do it,
yeah,
you're stupid,
if you're willing to do it, then you're stupid. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and father, Craig.
And sweet dreams.